Test one, two. Test one. Test 1, 2. Welcome into Blazer Baseball in the 5A East Conference Championship, you might call it, as we have gone away from the district tournaments in the past few years. So, winner takes all here tonight. If the Blazers can win the first game, they will clinch the 5A East Conference Championship. And if the Searcy Lions can win 2 of the games, they will clinch the 5A East Conference Championship. So, Blazers have to win 1 to lock in that first seed headed into the state tournament. We're going to turn to speaker audio here at Memorial Field on the campus of Valley View High School as we go through our senior ceremony for Blazer Baseball's 6 seniors this afternoon. We'll be right back with your starting lineups and first pitch after this senior ceremony on the Blazer News Network.
Hey. Okay. Can you hear it now, though?
Welcome to the 2025 Valley View Baseball Senior Night. Today we're going to recognize our seniors and our families for their dedication and support of our program. Number 8, Branson Brooks. Branson is the son of Jeremy and Becca Brooks. He has been a part of the baseball program for 4 years. His most memorable moments are the 2023 team Bible studies after off-season workouts. His future plans include attending Williams Baptist and majoring in biblical and theological studies. Senior Branson Brooks. Number 2, Drew Gartman. Drew is the son of Zach and Kenny Gartman. He has been a part of the baseball program for 4 years. His most memorable moment was the last out to win the state championship. His future plans include attending Arkansas State University to play baseball while pursuing a business degree. Senior Drew Gartman. Number 20, Landon Hospital. Landon is the son of Don and Amber Hospital. He has been a part of the baseball program for 4 years. His most memorable moment was winning the 2024 state championship. His future plans include attending the University of Arkansas and pursuing a business degree. Senior Landon Hospital. Number 25, Luke Houser. Luke is the son of Brian and Dana Houser. He has been a part of the baseball program for 4 years. His most memorable moment was winning the state championship. His future plans include attending Arkansas State University and majoring in ag business. Senior Luke Houser. Number 23, Hudson Rogers. Hudson is the son of Ryan and Kristen Rogers. He has been a part of the baseball program for 4 years. His favorite baseball memories are the long bus rides and the weekend hotel trips. His future plans include attending Arkansas State to study biology. Senior Hudson Rogers. Number 22, Jade Taylor. Jade is the son of Shane and Stephanie Taylor. He has been a part of the baseball program for 4 years. His favorite memory is winning the state championship and the bus ride back. His future plans include attending the University of Arkansas. Senior Jade Taylor. Going into tonight's contest, the 2025 class has gone 54-0 in conference play. They've been a part of 4 conference championship teams and have played in 3 state championship games, winning the state championship in 2024. They leave Valley View with a current overall record of 110-19. On behalf of Valley View Schools baseball program and the Blazer Baseball Booster Club, we want to say thank you to the senior families and players for their dedication and support of the Valley View baseball program for the last 4 years.
I think we're the kids with Alfred's phone up there.
Whatever might happen next. If Natalie gets an unexpected migraine, if the little man gets a boo-boo, or Hunter's bad back acts up, St. Bernard's Urgent Care is here for them, and here for you too. From real-time online wait times and extended hours to expanded services, we will never stop advancing urgent care that really cares. St. Bernard's Urgent Care.
Welcome to the new Right Fiber store on Southwest Drive in Jonesboro. It's the newest way to connect with Jonesboro's official broadband partner for the fastest, most reliable gig speed internet with speeds up to 5 gig. Signing up for local Right Fiber internet has never been easier or more convenient. At Right Fiber, we're proud to be right by you and with our new location right here in Jonesboro. Discover the Right Fiber advantages and the speed that is right for you and your family. See you soon.
Hey Blazers, are you ready to take charge of your money? The experts at Evolve Bank and Trust are ready to help. Located in downtown Jonesboro, the Evolve team can help you open an eUniversity checking account designed for students like you. These accounts have no minimum daily balance and no service fees. Can't get to our downtown location? Check out our 24/7 ATM and virtual teller on Main Street. To learn more about all our products, go to getevolved.com. Evolve Bank and Trust, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Welcome to Blazer Baseball on the Blazer News Network. We'll take a quick pause for the Pledge of Allegiance and the National Anthem. Right after this, we'll have your starting lineups and first pitch on the Blazer News Network. Welcome inside the Jonesboro Acoustical Drywall broadcast booth here on the campus of Valley View High School. It's overcast afternoon for baseball here at Memorial Field, and this is an important game that we have here this afternoon. Your Blazers come into this one 2 games ahead of Searcy for first place in the 5A East. The Blazers have won conference 7 years in a row. We'll see if we can make it 8. Now first, your lineup for the Searcy Lions. Batting first, Angel Armin. Batting second, Dylan Johnson. Batting third hole, Jacob Miles. Cleanup hitter, Will Bailey. Batting fifth, Blake Green. Sixth, Jesse Sumter. Seventh, Race Mason. Eighth, Parker Clinton. And ninth, Chance McMahon. And pitching today for Searcy is going to be Blake Parker, but he will not be hitting in the lineup. And now, your starters for your Valley View Blazers. Batting first, shortstop, senior Drew Gartman. Batting second, junior Owen Roach. Batting third, catcher number 16, Keaton Mathis. Cleanup hitter, number 33, Levi Martin, who's over there at first base today. Batting fifth, who you can see on the mound now, Jade Taylor, also a senior. Batting sixth, second baseman Noah Ragsdale. Batting seventh, right fielder junior Madden Tatum. Batting ninth, Parker King. He's a junior, and he'll be today's center fielder. And playing third base, batting ninth, junior Cannon Driscoll. Just about ready to get things going here for a great afternoon of baseball. If Blazers win Game 1, they will clinch the 5A East and lock in that 1 seed headed into the state tournament. To get things started this afternoon, Angel Armin will step up to the plate, Searcy's second baseman. Searcy in the red uniforms, black numbers and white trim and white pants, and Valley View in their royal blue uniforms, yellow numbers, white trim, and white pinstripe pants. And we're ready to get things started here at Memorial Field. First pitch from Taylor. In there for a called strike one, makes it 0-1 to leadoff hitter for the Searcy Lions, Angel Armin. That slider in there for strike 2, so Jade ahead in the count early. Oh, 2 pitch from Taylor, swung on, grounded to the middle infield. Gartman over from short. And they're going to say Levi Martin did keep his foot on the base, so that's out number 1. 3 pitches and 1 ground out for Jade Taylor and the Blazers to put down Angel Armand. Now that's going to bring up Dylan Johnson, today's right fielder for the Lions. Although this is senior night, this is not the Blazers' last home game. You have one more chance to catch them in action at Memorial Field this Saturday versus Little Rock Christian, as that's having to be a makeup game due to the weather we had about a month ago. First pitch to Johnson in there for strike 1. Blazers will then head to Benton next Thursday for the start of the state tournament. And I believe we will have those baseball games live here on the Blazer News Network as Johnson pops that one up as Jade Taylor gets off the mound and gets underneath it for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down. It's going to bring up Lions first baseman Jacob Miles. Searcy right-hander steps up to the plate. That's out to shallow center field, and that gets down for a base hit. Looks like we're actually going to have Roach starting in center with Tatum in right and King in left. Roach has been nursing that hamstring strain, missed last week, but got back in action over the weekend, and now looks like he's good to go. So base runner early here for the Lions. Brings up Will Bailey, today's cleanup hitter. First pitch strike. Taylor's done a great job keeping his pitches inside the strike zone here early on. Gets ahead of the count, 0-1. Pick off back to first base, runner back safely. That is Jacob Miles with the lead over there on the first base side. As that pitch is swung on through the gap. It looks like Miles will stay put at second, but Will Bailey reaches with a single, so 2 hits here in the top of the first for the Lions. Runner in scoring position and 2 outs. That'll bring up Blake Green, today's catcher. Taylor looks back at the runner on second. First pitch strike once again. Makes the count 0-1. Taylor really didn't pitch too much for the View his sophomore year, but last year as a junior came in quite a bit in relief, but this year he's been one of the Blazers' best options to start a game off on the mound. Swung on high fly ball. Center and right field, and that gets off the fence. That will score 1. Roach gets it into Ragsdale. Ragsdale throws it home, but the Lions score 2 early from the double from Blake Green as they're fired up inside of that visitor dugout. So Green gets him a 2 RBI double in the gap between right and center. Looks like they're going to bring in courtesy runner, number 9, Jacob Britt. And that brings up Jesse Sumter, the left fielder. So the lefty steps into the left-hander's batter's box. Another runner in scoring position now for the Lions. Swung on foul tipped. Looks like that got a piece of Mathis. Umpire will give him a little bit of time to shake that one off and go out towards the mound to give Jade Taylor a new baseball. So 0-1 the count now to Jesse Sumter. Now one pitch outside and low, evens it up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Jay Taylor's first ball he's thrown this evening. Lions off to a hot start here in game 1. Swung on, foul tipped once again, back behind home plate. So 1-2 the count now to Jesse Sumter. One-two pitch from Taylor. Just outside, even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Outfielders playing a little further deep than normal. Swung on, grounded down the first base side. Martin takes it himself, but that goes just into foul play. Roach is back healthy, and so is Levi Martin. 2 big pieces that going to be much needed next week in that state tournament. I believe the current projections is if we could win 1 game tonight, we would be projected to play Arkansas High at 10 a.m. Thursday. As that pitch is low, makes count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Swung on, rocketed down the third base side, and foul play out towards the Blazer dugout. So Sumter stays alive for another pitch with the full count. Swung on, chopped down the first base side, out into foul play once again. Around the diamond today for the Blazers is going to be Levi Martin at first, Drew Gartman at short, Noah Ragsdale at second, and Cannon Driscoll at third with Keaton Mathis behind the plate. Three-two pitch from Jade. Gets a swing and a miss. Jade gets the strikeout and gets out of the inning. Not before the Lions come off to a hot start and score 2 runs. But we'll be back with the bottom of the first after this on the Blazer News Network. Welcome back to Blazer Baseball inside the Jonesboro Acoustical Drywall broadcast booth as Blazers find themselves trailing early here in the bottom of the first, but senior shortstop Drew Gartman, Blazers leadoff hitter, as he's been a great leadoff hitter the past couple of years for the View, steps up to the plate. This senior going to take his baseball talents to Arkansas State University. Swung on by Gartman. Right center field, back towards the wall, and the center fielder gets under it and makes the catch. So, quick out number 1 for Searcy. Blake Parker is Searcy's starting pitcher today, as that brings up today's center fielder, junior Owen Roach. First pitch to Roach, high and inside. Makes the count 1 ball and no strikes. Swung on by Roach up the middle to the shortstop. Shortstop fires over to first, and plenty of time for out number 2. Searcy's defense making 2 plays for 2 outs. That brings up junior catcher Keaton Mathis. Looks like both pitchers here this evening have been pitching to some contact, but Searcy able to get those to drop down for a couple RBIs and some hits in the top of the first. That first pitch catches the outside part of the plate for strike 1. That one just above the zone, evens it up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Mathis swings on that one up the middle. Shortstop comes over to make a play, fires over to first and gets the out. So a great first inning for Searcy offensively and defensively. Your Blazers trail 0-2 after 1. We'll be back for the second inning right after this on the Blazer News Network.
Whatever might happen next. If Natalie gets an unexpected migraine, if the little man gets a boo-boo, or Hunter's bad back acts up, St. Bernard's Urgent Care is here for them, and here for you too. From real-time online wait times and extended hours to expanded services, we will never stop advancing urgent care that really cares. St. Bernard's Urgent Care.
Welcome back to Blazer Baseball here at Memorial Field as the Blazers find themselves in a hole here early as they trail Searcy 0-2. Big top of the first for Searcy as they recorded 3 hits and 2 runs batted in. It's going to bring up Race Mason, Searcy third baseman. Taylor gets ready for his second inning of work. Swung on right at Gartman. Gartman fields it Throws it over to Martin in time for out number 1. So now due up for the line is going to be Parker Clinton. They're starting shortstop. First pitch outside the zone for ball 1 makes count 1-0. Swing and a miss there by Clinton. Makes count 1 ball and 1 strike. Foul tip there behind home plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now the count to the Searcy shortstop. That one got away from Taylor's. It slipped out of his hand, went into the backstop, way high and away. That pitch from Jade swung on right at Ragsdale as he catches the line out for out number 2. So far a better second inning for Jade Taylor than his first. No one on, 2 outs in the top of the second inning. First pitch gets the outside part of the plate for called strike 1. Searcy Lions are coached by Matthew Davis. Swung on down the first base line, and that gets out of play. Just foul. We've seen a couple of those so far this evening. Look like they're going to roll right to Martin, but then skip over across the foul line. Count now 0-2 to Searcy shortstop Parker Clinton. That pitch swung on right into the shift at Ragsdale as he tosses it over to Martin for out number 3. So great defensive inning and pitching inning there by Jade Taylor and the Blazers. Your Blazers still trail this one 0-2. We'll be back at the bottom of the second right after this on the Blazer News Network.
Welcome to the new Right Fiber store on Southwest Drive in Jonesboro. It's the newest way to connect with Jonesboro's official broadband partner for the fastest, most reliable gig speed internet with speeds up to 5 gig. Signing up for local Right Fiber internet has never been easier or more convenient. At Right Fiber, we're proud to be right by you and with our new location right here in Jonesboro. Discover the Right Fiber advantages and the speed that is right for you and your family. See you soon.
Welcome back to Blazer Baseball as your Blazers trail the line 0-2. Now due up for the Blazers is junior first baseman Levi Martin. Some people call him LeVron. Levi getting back in action last week after dealing with some back discomfort, but glad to see Levi back as that one jams him. As he foul tips it into the mitt for strike 1. Swung on by Martin, fouled out into foul play. Parker still on the mound for the Lions. Good eye there by Martin to take that pitch outside of the zone for ball 1. That one outside for ball 2. So now the count's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swung on by Martin. High fly ball to the right fielder, carrying out back towards the wall, but that is caught for out number 2. Sorry, correction, out number 1 here in the bottom of the second. It's going to bring up number 22, today's starting pitcher, Jade Taylor. That one in there low for called strike 1. Makes count 0-1 to Jade. Taylor watches that one outside the zone for ball 1. 1-1 the count now. Parker steps back onto the pitcher's mound, ready for the 1-1 pitch to Jade Taylor. That's swung on, fouled down the line. Grounded to the third base dugout, so foul ball makes it strike 2. Taylor went after that one as that gets to the second baseman. Second baseman fires it over to first just in time for out number 2 in the bottom of the second. Searcy's only conference losses on the year come to Paragould and Marion. Blazers undefeated so far in 5A East conference play. Brings up Blazer Jr. second baseman Noah Ragsdale. Ragsdale watches that one just high for ball 1. Ragsdale lines that one out to right field, and that gets down for a single. So Ragsdale gets the Blazers their first hit of the ball game. So that brings up junior right fielder Madden Tatum. Seen Tatum hit a couple of home runs this year on our Blazer News Network broadcast. Ragsdale, who stands at first, actually hit one last week versus Paragould. Tatum steps in the left-hander's batter's box. Parker's pitch, that's inside and low for ball 1. Ragsdale runs, that gets away from the catcher. Looks like Ragsdale's going to stay put at second base, but now Blazers get their first runner of the ball game in scoring position. Tatum ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Tatum swing and a miss on that nice pitch there by Parker. Makes the hitter's count at 2 balls and a strike. That one gets away from the pitcher. So Ragsdale advances to third. The ball makes it 3-1 to Tatum. 1 run is 60 feet away for the Blazers. Tatum swing and a miss on that one low. Makes it full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Good crowd on hand today for this matchup at Blazer Stadium. That swung on by Tatum, grounded down the first baseline just into foul play. As Parker got him to jam up Tatum. Good job by Mad Tat staying alive, though, in the 3-2 count. Runner on third. So, hit here would score the Blazers' first run of the ball game. That one walks Tatum. So, runners at the corners now for Valley View, and that brings up number 9, playing left today, Parker King. Runners at the corners for Valley View. Would not be surprised to see Tatum take off to second. He does not, as that first pitch is outside of the zone. Makes count 1-0 to Blazer Jr. Parker King. As Tatum takes off. That one high and inside. They'll let Tatum get to second with no throws, so now 2 runners in scoring position for the View. 2 balls and no strikes is the count. King watches that one. Just caught the upper outside corner. Hitters count now, 2 balls and 1 strike. King swings at that one. Gets it to the shortstop. Throws it over to first base. Just in time. So good job by Parker to get him and the Lions out of that jam. So Searcy holds Valley View scoreless in the bottom of the second. Your Blazers still trail the Lions 0-2. We'll be back with the third inning right after this on the Blazer News Network.
Hey Blazers, are you ready to take charge of your money? The experts at Evolve Bank and Trust are ready to help. Located in downtown Jonesboro, the Evolve team can help you open an e-University checking account designed for students like you. These accounts have no minimum daily balance and no service fees. Can't get to our downtown location? Check out our 24/7 ATM and virtual teller on Main Street. To learn more about all our products, go to getevolved.com. Evolve Bank and Trust, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back for the third inning of work here on the Blazer News Network. And due up now for the Lions is going to be number 38, Race Mason. Correction, Angel Armand. They had 2 38s on the roster. So back to the top of the order as that one's outside and low. I want to give a shout out to former Blazer Slade Caldwell, who currently leads all of minor league baseball in on-base percentage. That one inside catches the zone for strike 1. One pitch to Armand, swung on and fouled off into the netting. Makes count 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch, swung on, jam shot. Driscoll comes over to make the play from third over to first baseman Martin. And plenty of time for out number 1. So Taylor gets the leadoff hitter to ground out. 1 away in the top of the third. Brings up number 12, second baseman Dylan Johnson. Breaking ball in there for called strike 1. That one just stays a little inside, evens it up at 1 ball and 1 strike. One 1 pitch to Johnson. Swung on, high fly ball in that gap once again, and right in center field as Tatum comes over to make the catch for out number 2. Two up, 2 down here in the top of the third. That brings up Jacob Miles, who scored a run back in the first inning for the Lions. That first pitch grounded up the middle. Ragsdale comes over. Off balance throw. What a play there by Noah Ragsdale as that was on the money to Martin. Blazers get out of a quick one in the top of the third. 3 up, 3 down. Your Blazers still trail the line 0-2. We'll be back with the bottom of the third inning on the Blazer News Network. Welcome back to the bottom of the third here on Blazer News Network. It's your Blazers trail the line 0-2, and that brings up Blazer third baseman junior Cannon Driscoll. Parker still on the mound for the Lions as he's pitched 2 scoreless frames here so far this afternoon. Driscoll watches that one for strike 1 on that side. Part of the plate. 0-1 the count now to Cannon. Driscoll watches that one low for ball 1. One 1 pitch. Top part of the zone for strike 2. Driscoll swings on that one, pops it up to center field. Center fielder makes the catch. So 1 away for the Searcy Lions in the bottom of the third, and that brings up leadoff hitter number 2, Drew Gartman. Gartman did not reach a base on his first plate appearance in the bottom of the first. First pitch catches part of the zone for strike 1. Makes count no balls and 1 strike. Swung on by Gartman over to the third baseman. Third baseman corrals it, throws it over to first in time for out number 2. So this Searcy defense is really playing a great ball game so far this afternoon. Brings up center fielder junior Owen Roach. So that one gets him right below the neck area on the upper back as Roach will take the free pass over to first base. So that brings up number 16 catcher Keaton Mathis. So that pitch just got away from Parker there. Roach with a little bit of a lead there on first. Mathis gets that one into the outfield. Roach goes to second, and he's going to stay put. But single there for Keaton Mathis. Gets a runner in scoring position. Owen Roach stands on second, and Mathis stands on first. That's going to bring up first baseman Levi Martin, but looks like we're going to have Trayson Becker check in to courtesy run for Blazer catcher Keaton Mathis. Cleanup hitter Levi Martin now at the plate. Junior first baseman. Roach with a decent lead at second. That one near the head of Martin as he had to duck out of the way. 1-0 the count now to Levi. One 0 pitch to Martin. High and outside the zone for ball 2. Makes count 2-0. That pitch out of the glove, but catcher's able to hold on to it for ball 3. It's now 3-0 to Martin. Parker in danger of walking the bases loaded here. Bottom of the third. Martin watches that one. Right down the middle, just high. For strike 1. Three-one count now to Levi. Here's the pitch. Swung on by Martin, foul down the first base line into foul play. Count full now at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count to Martin. So he watches it just high. So now the bases are loaded. Great discipline by Martin to take that one. So now that brings up senior Jade Taylor. Bases loaded, 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Big opportunity here on senior day for Jade Taylor. So he goes after the first pitch, fouls it off into the Blazer Fieldhouse. Here to the right of the bleachers. Strike 1. Swing and a miss there from Taylor. Parker ahead in the count now at 0-2. That one hits Taylor, so Parker fell down on the mound, but Blazers get their first run of the ball game, and you'll take it. 2 free passes allow the Blazers to score their first run. So now Noah Ragsdale gets himself a opportunity. The base is loaded as looks like we have another courtesy runner for pitcher Jade Taylor. Not for sure who that is over on first base, but if I can get a name, I will let y'all know. So Ragsdale steps into the right-hander's batter's box. Big opportunity. That gets away from the catcher. Becker thought about advancing, but that had too much on it as it came off the backstop. So count now 1-0 to Ragsdale. That pitch high once again as the catcher had to come out of his stance. So 2 balls and no strikes is the count. Ragsdale swinging a miss there for strike 1. Makes count of hitters count at 2 balls and 1 strike. Bases loaded, 2 outs. So Ragsdale gets that one off the inside of his bat. So count now even, 2-2. Bases loaded, 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Blazers already got 1 run across due to the hit by pitch. Two and two pitch. Swung on by Ragsdale. High fly ball. Third baseman makes the play, but the Blazers do scratch 1 run in the bottom of the third. They cut the deficit to 1 as well. Your Blazers trail the lines 1-2. We'll be back for the 4th inning on the Blazer News Network. Welcome back to Blazer Baseball on the Blazer News Network. We're live from the Jonesboro Acoustical Drywall broadcast booth here at Memorial Field. Searcy Lions lead the Blazers 2-1, top of the 4th in a crucial 5A East matchup. Due up for the Lions now is going to be Will Bailey, who had a 2 RBI double back in the first. Breaking ball in there for called strike 1, makes count no balls and 1 strike. Swing and a miss there from Bailey off of a great pitch there from Jade Taylor. Makes count no balls and 2 strikes. Foul tip there for Bailey to stay alive with the 0-2 count. Swing and a miss there as Mathis is able to hold on to it, so Taylor gets his second strikeout of the afternoon. Due up now, number 18, Blake Green. One on, nobody yet. Correction. No one on, one out here in the top of the fourth. That one low for ball one. 1-0 the count out of Blake Green. One 0 pitch gets a wave with the swing and a miss. So even now, 1 ball and 1 strike. Pretty calm evening as we've seen some unbelievable windy days here at Memorial Field, but today's overcast and calm as that one's outside and low. Makes it 2 balls and a strike to Green. Swung on by Green into the Blazer dugout. Count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two-two pitch to Green. Breaking ball didn't trigger the swing and a miss, so outside and low for ball 3. Swing and a miss there as Mathis has to throw it to first. And Jade Taylor records his 3rd strikeout of the afternoon. 2 down now for the View. So that brings up Jesse Sumter, the left fielder. Left-hander as well. Swing and a miss there from Sumter on pitch number 1 from Jade. Makes count no balls and 1 strike. Strike 2. Swing and a miss once again. Makes count no balls and 2 strikes. Oh, 2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. He's out as Jade Taylor strikes out the side here in order in the top of the 4th as your Blazers head into the bottom of the 4th, down 1 run as they trail Searcy 1-2. We'll be back with the bottom of the 4th right after this from the Jones Acoustical Drywall broadcast booth on the Blazer News Network. Welcome back to Blazer News Baseball here in the bottom of the fourth. It's Madden Tatum now at the plate. Swings on that one, fouls that one down the first base side. Strike one, count now 2 balls and 1 strike. Sorry, having some technical difficulties here up inside the broadcast booth, but we're good to go now. And for strike 2, fouled down the first base line. Two and 2 pitch to Tatum. Good discipline to take that one above the zone. Makes count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. That one outside, so Tatum gets a free pass to first base. Good job by him, not chasing anything outside of the zones. That brings up junior left fielder Parker King. Searcy pitching coach is going to call time. Head out to the mound for a mound visit, it looks like. Parker stays on the mound, and now due up for the Blazers is going to be junior Parker King. Tatum over there standing at first with nobody out, so some traffic on the bases here in the bottom of the fourth. Tatum with a decent lead. King shows bunt. So he hooks that one just past the third base foul line, out of play. King in some obvious frustration after not getting that one down. See if he shows bunt once again or is going to swing the bat. Pick off back to first base. Tatum back safely. Catcher sitting up in the other team's batter's box. Tatum takes off. Ball 1. Tatum safe. Great slide by Tatum to slide under that tag. Blazers get their runner in scoring position. 1-1 the count now to Parker King. Looks like some rain might be starting to fall here at Blazer Stadium. Been misting kind of on and off all day. King shows bunt once again. Parker just steps off and looks Tatum back to second. King steps back into the batter's box. Showing bunt once again. Takes it back. Ball 2 in the dirt. So hitters counting out to Parker King at 2-1. That one goes in at King. It's fair, though. King hustles down the first base line as they get him out, but King does advance the runner to third. King didn't think that was fair as that was up and in near his neck area, but he does his job. Sacrifice bunt, gets Tatum over there to third. Brings up third baseman Cannon Driscoll. Driscoll with the RBI opportunity with Tatum standing at third. First pitch high and outside for ball one. Makes the count 1-0. Swung on by Driscoll right at the pitcher, and Parker tried to throw it over to third, but Tatum acted like he was going to try to go home, kind of got himself in a pickle, but got back to third base in time, says the umpire. So now runners at the corners with one out for leadoff hitter Drew Gartman. Great job there by Parker to field that one. It was rocketed right at him. See if Driscoll takes off for second. Decent lead, swung on by Gartman at the third baseman through his legs as Tatum scores. Driscoll will stay put at second, so Gartman gets the RBI through the legs of the third baseman, and now we're tied up at 2-2 with runners on first and second and one out. As Tatum comes across home plate, heads into the Blazer dugout after scoring the second run of the ball game for them. So that brings up center fielder Owen Roach. Looks like the catcher's going to come out and have a word with the pitcher. One away. Driscoll on second base, Gartman on first. First pitch gets through the catcher's legs. So 2 runners now in scoring position as Driscoll advances to third and Gartman advances to second on the wild pitch. So 1-0 the count now to Roach. Looks like the infield's going to talk it over. Parker will stay put. See if they put any kind of a shift on with that leading run at third base. Second pitch to Roach, outside and high for ball 2. Roach chases that one out of the zone. Fouls that one off on top of the field house. Makes count 2 balls and 1 strike. Steady miss starting to fall here at Valley View. Two-one pitch to Roach. Swung on. Out to deep right field. The right fielder has enough room to make the catch. Driscoll tags up and will advance home. So Roach does his job, gets it far enough and deep enough to right field to score Driscoll with a sacrifice fly. So now the Blazers take the lead 3-2 in the bottom of the fourth, and Gartman also advances to third base. A runner on third and 2 outs now for Blazer catcher Keaton Mathis. Looks like Parker might be having some issues with keeping that baseball dry. First pitch to Mathis low. Good job by the catcher keeping that one in front of him. Ball 1. That pitch to Mathis swung on shallow right field. Right fielder gets on his horse and makes the catch. So 3 out now for the Blazers in the bottom of the fourth, but not before they score 2 runs and take the lead. Your Blazers lead the Lions 3-2. We'll be back with the 5th inning. You're watching Blazer Baseball only on the Blazer News Network.
Welcome to the new Right Fiber store on Southwest Drive in Jonesboro. It's the newest way to connect with Jonesboro's official broadband partner for the fastest, most reliable gig speed internet with speeds up to 5 gig. Signing up for local Right Fiber internet has never been easier or more convenient. At Right Fiber, we're proud to be right by you and with our new location right here in Jonesboro. Discover the Right Fiber advantages and the speed that is right for you and your family. See you soon.
Welcome back to Blazer Baseball here in the top of the 5th inning. Blazers give Jay Taylor a 1-run cushion here in the top of the 5th. As now brings up number 37, Race Mason. So 0-1 the count now to Mason. Swung on. Taylor made an attempt, couldn't come up with it, but Ragsdale there to back him up. Martin had to go for the tag as that throw put him off the bag, but Martin gets him out at first, so 1 down the top of the 5th for the View. As that brings up number 25, Parker Clennon, shortstop. That pitch gets a swing and a miss. Foul tip from Clennon. Makes count no balls on 1 strike. That pitch catches the outside part of the plate for called strike 2. 0-2 the count now to Clennon. O2 pitch, swung on high, fly ball. That's going to tail foul out of play. O2 pitch now to Clennon. Grounded down right at Martin. He makes the backhand play for out number 2. So 2 ground outs here in the top of the 5th for Jay Taylor and the Blazer defense. So that brings up number 45, Chance McAmmon, today's designated hitter. Mathis does a good job holding on to that ball low and outside. Makes count 1 ball and no strikes. That pitch swung on, grounder. Gartman comes in. Nice backhand to pick there by Martin to record the 3rd ground out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down. Great inning of work there from Jade Taylor in that Blazer defense. As we lead Searcy 3-2, we'll be back at the bottom of the 5th and some more Blazer baseball right after this on the Blazer News Network. Welcome back to Blazer Baseball on the bottom of the 5th. As Levi Martin, Blazer cleanup hitter, steps up to the plate. First pitch, strike 1. Makes count no balls on 1 strike. Martin watches that one low and inside for ball 1. Evens it up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Parker still on the mound for the Lions, headed out for his 5th inning of work. 1-1 pitch to Martin up at his head. As he ducks out of the way, makes count 2 balls and 1 strike. Swung on by Martin at the first baseman. Parker comes over to cover the bag and gets there in time to retire Martin via the ground out. So 1 down here in the bottom of the 5th. As that brings up senior pitcher Jade Taylor. First pitch to Taylor, high and inside, makes count 1-0. Second pitch, ball 2, makes count 2-0. Two 2-0 pitch now from Parker to Taylor. Swung on by Jade. Foul out of play. It's 2-1 hitters count with 1 away in the bottom of the 5th for Jade Taylor. Taylor swings on that one. Out to deep left field. Leaping catch by the left fielder. Great play by him to get underneath that one and record the fly out. That brings up second baseman, junior Noah Ragsdale. So 2 down now in the bottom of the 5th. Snow Ragsdale steps in the right-hander's batter's box. Swung on by Ragsdale. Right center field. Center fielder comes over, makes the catch near the wall, loses his hat, but 3 up, 3 down for the Blazers, but they still lead the Lions by 1 run. We're headed into the 6th inning. Blazers are leading in a crucial matchup for the 5A East Conference Championship. We'll be back with the 6th inning work right after this on the Blazer News Network.
Whatever might happen next. If Natalie gets an unexpected migraine, if the little man gets a boo-boo, or Hunter's bad back acts up, St. Bernard's Urgent Care is here for them, and here for you too. From real-time online wait times and extended hours to expanded services, we will never stop advancing urgent care that really cares. St. Bernard's Urgent Care.
Welcome back to Blazer Baseball here in the top of the 6th innings. We're bringing you live Blazer Baseball from the Jones Acoustical Drywall broadcast booth. So we get set for play in the top of the 6th. Jay Taylor still on the mound for the View. That brings up the top of the order an Angel Armand, Searcy second baseman. So that one inside makes the count 1-0. One 0 pitch from Taylor, swung on and fouled back behind home plate. Evens it up at 1 ball and 1 strike. One 1 pitch from Taylor, swung on into center field. Roach shifts to his left and makes the catch for out number 1 in the top of the 6th inning. Now due up's going to be number 12, Dylan Johnson, today's Searcy right fielder. First pitch of the at-bat from Taylor to Johnson. Called strike 1, makes count 0-1. A 1 pitch from Taylor, swung on deep left field. Stays in the ballpark as Parker King makes the catch. So 2 down now. The top of the 6th. Brings up Jacob Miles, first baseman. As that one gets him on the back, so he'll get a free pass to first base. Brings up cleanup hitter Will Bailey. Will Bailey has gotten a double 2 RBI double back in the first inning. Two gone, top of the 6th, runner on first base. First pitch, called strike 1. So that one gets in the dirt. Mathis picks it up, no throw to second base, so Searcy gets the tying run in scoring position. So Coach Allison comes out to the mound. See if he's going to have a chat with Jade Taylor, or we might have a new pitchers. Taylor's pitched 5 2/3 innings. Looks like it's just going to be pitching coach Matt Snyder, so probably just having a brief discussion. This runner tying run in scoring position and 2 away. Taylor will stay in the game. So that brings up Blake Green. Correction, that's Will Bailey. Still at the plate with the 1-1 count. So that gets away from Mathis. The runner goes, throw over to third. And Driscoll not able to hold on to it, so the runner's safe over there at third base. Count now 2-1, so the tying run only 60 feet away for the lines. 2 outs. 2-1 the count. Jay Taylor requests new ball from the home plate umpire. Two 2-1 pitch from Jade. Swung on right at him up the middle. So Will Bailey gets his 3rd RBI of the ball game, and he's had a big play in all of Searcy's 3 runs. So Bailey stands up at first off of a hot shot through the middle infield. Brings up catcher number 18, Blake Green. Swing and a miss there from Green on pitch number 1, makes the count 0-1. Taylor pick off back to first. Bailey back in time safely. I would be surprised if Bailey tries to run to second. Swing and a miss there, back pick. And that throw just not quite in time. So that would have been close if it was on the line, but 0-2 nonetheless. The count now to Blake Green. See if the runner goes here with 2 strikes and 2 outs. Top of the 6th, he stays put. Called strike 3, he's out. Jade Taylor gets out of the inning. Although he does give up 1 run, we got a tie ball game, folks, headed in to the bottom of the 6th inning. Your Blazers 3, Searcy 3. We'll be back with the bottom of the 6th right after this from the Jones School Drywall broadcast booth on the Blazer News Network. Welcome back to Blazer Baseball. We have a tie game going into the bottom of the 6th, and due up now for the Blazers is going to be junior right fielder Madden Tatum. Tatum looks to further his baseball career after next year, and he's going to go play down in Alabama for Jack State. First pitch to Tatum triggers a swing and a miss, makes the count 0-1. Rain still falling here at Memorial Field. Swung on by Tatum, fouled over near the Searcy dugout, makes the count no ball and 2 strikes. Tatum watches that one low for ball 1. Makes count 1-2. Tatum watches that one high and outside, evens it up now at 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Blazer left-hander. Two and 2 pitch inside and low. Full count now at 3-2. Three-two pitch to Tat. Down the first base line. That's fair. Tatum takes his turn on first. Headed to second. Here comes the throw. And Tatum is safe as Tatum's fired up over there on second as he gets to second base via the double down the first base line. Gets the leading run in scoring position. That brings up junior Parker King. We're going to bring Trayson Becker back into courtesy run for Tatum. Parker still on the mound. Well, Parker King waits to step in the right-hander's batter's box. So big opportunity here for the View. Runner in scoring position, no outs in the bottom of the 6th. So we have a tie game at 3-3. King showing bunt this time. We'll see if he pulls it back. And he gets it down the third base line, just foul. King's going to have to come back to home plate. Makes the count 0-1, just missed on that bunt attempt. Oh, 0-1 the count now to King. Becker back there at second base. Chase Parker's been taking a couple of looks back there at Becker at second, but has yet to make a pickoff move. King shows bunt once again. Pulls it back in time for ball 1. Way outside, makes count 1-1. Third baseman still at his normal position. We'll see if he comes in. King shows bunt. He takes a couple of steps inward, but not too many. King misses that bunt attempt for strike 2. So 1-2, the count now to Parker King, Blazer left fielder. Chase Parker steps off the mound, fakes his pickoff attempt. Keeps it with him on the pitcher's mound, but Becker with a decent lead over there at second base. King watches that one outside in the dirt for ball 2. Count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and two pitch to King off the pitcher's glove. Second baseman hurries and makes the throw to first. They get him out there, but King does his job and advances Becker over to third. So Becker at third with Cannon Driscoll due up, and this might be a pitching change for the Lions. We'll see. A top of the pitcher's mound, so Driscoll will step back in the right-hander's batter's box. Becker standing over on third with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. Tie ball game still at 3-3. Driscoll bunts, pop up, and luckily catcher or first baseman not able to come up with it. We'll see if he tries to bunt once again. 0-1 count now to Cannon Driscoll. Driscoll swings on that one. Shallow spot. Second baseman calls for it and stumbles. Becker did not tag up and stayed put at third, so 2 down now. Runner on third for Drew Gartman. Big opportunity for Drew on his own senior night. It's 2 away. Becker in scoring position on the left corner at third. First pitch to Gartman just gets away from the catcher, but keeps it close enough to him for Becker to stay over there at third, but ball 1 makes count 1-0. Sun started to peek between some clouds here. Gartman watches that one for strike 1. Evens it up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Swung on by Gartman up the middle. Second baseman fields it over to first in time. So great job defensively there by the Lions to hold the Blazers scoreless when they had 1 in scoring position and nobody out. So we're tied up, headed into the last inning if we don't have to go to extras here on the Blazer News Network.
Welcome to the new Right Fiber store on Southwest Drive in Jonesboro. It's the newest way to connect with Jonesboro's official broadband partner for the fastest, most reliable gig speed internet with speeds up to 5 gig. Signing up for local Right Fiber internet has never been easier or more convenient. At Right Fiber, we're proud to be right by you and with our new location right here in Jonesboro. Discover the Right Fiber advantages and the speed that is right for you and your family. See you soon.
Welcome back to Blazer Baseball. Tied 3-3. Crucial 5A East matchup. Blazers had a chance but failed to get one across the board there back in the bottom of the sixth. But now due up is number 19, Jesse Sumter. Taylor's still on the mound. Sumter shows bunt, pulls it back in time as that pitch was outside for ball one. Swing and a miss there from Sumter. Evens it up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Swing and a miss there from Sumter. Back-to-back strikes makes the count 1-2. One and two pitch. Foul tipped. Mathis not able to hang on to it though. One and two the count. Pitch from Taylor outside. Mathis has to come out of his stance. Now we're back even again at 2-2. Two-two pitch from Taylor. Swung on down the third base side. Just foul. So Sumter stays alive with this 2-2 count. Two and two pitch from Jade. Just low. So now we have a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three-two pitch. Sumter just gets a piece of that one once again. Taylor and Sumter having a great battle from the mound to the plate. Three-two pitch from Jade. Foul tip. That one really got a piece of Mathis. He walks that one off. That one was just off the end of the bat. Umpire gets some new balls. We've gone through quite a bit of baseball so far this evening with the misty and wet conditions. Three-two pitch. Sumter draws the walk, and he's fired up. So the Lions get a runner on first base to start things off here in the top of the 7th. Brings up number 37, Race Mason, the Searcy third baseman. Sumter with a little bit of a lead over there on the first base bag. Pick off attempt back to first. Sumter back safely. Mason kind of showing bunt here at home plate. Shows bunt again, pulls it back. Back pick from Mathis, just not in time. A little off target and low, but 1-0 the count now to Sumter. Correction, Mason. Sumter's over there on first base. Mason pulls it back once again. 2-0 now the count. Mason showing bunt. See if Taylor gives him one in the strike zone. He does. He gets it down. Driscoll over to first. So they get the out there. But they do advance the runner into scoring position via the sacrifice bunt. So 1 away. That'll bring up number 25, Parker Clinton. Left-handed shortstop. Sumter stands at second, 1 out in the top of the 7th. First pitch called, strike 1 on the outside part of the zone. Makes count no balls and 1 strike to Clinton. Oh, 1 pitch from Jade. Breaking ball outside of the zone, evens it up at 1 ball and 1 strike. One pitch from Jade. Called, strike 2, outside part of the plate once again. Makes us count 1-2. So Clinton falls behind in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runner on second with the 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Jade Taylor. As he throws the 1-2 pitch. Nope, steps off the mound. Looks Sumter back to second. Now, the 1-2 pitch from Taylor. And that one just off the end of Clinton's bat. Just barely staying alive here with the 1-2 count. Sumter out there on second. A little bit of a lead. 1-2 pitch from Jade. High and outside. Evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Taylor taking a little bit more time here between these crucial pitches here in the top of the 7th inning. That pitch outside the zone for ball 3. Full count. There is open spot over there on first base, but you'd like to get Clinton out if you're the Blazers. As Taylor steps back onto the mound. Swing and a miss. Big time pitch there by Jade Taylor. Wins the full count battle. So 2 down now for the Lions. Brings up today's designated hitter, number 45, Chase McCammon. 3-3 pitch from Jade. Called strike one, outside part of the zone. Once again, umpires been giving both teams that call so far here tonight. Oh, 1 pitch from Jade. Could have been a pitch out there. Makes the count 1-1. Taylor shakes off his first sign. Now ready for the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, grounded at Martin. Taylor comes over to cover, and he gets there in time. Some great pitching there with the runner in scoring position from Jade Taylor. Gets a ground out and strikeout. So the Blazers have a chance to win the 5A East Conference in the bottom of the 7th. We're tied 3-3. We'll be right back with the bottom of the 7th right after this on the Blazer News Network.
Hey Blazers, are you ready to take charge of your money? The experts at Evolve Bank and Trust are ready to help. Located in downtown Jonesboro, the Evolve team can help you open an eUniversity checking account. Designed for students like you, these accounts have no minimum daily balance and no service fees. Can't get to our downtown location? Check out our 24/7 ATM and virtual teller on Main Street. To learn more about all our products, go to getevolved.com. Evolve Bank and Trust, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Blazer News Network. Blazers have a chance to win this one here in the bottom of the 7th as we're tied with Searcy currently 3-3, but Blazers hard of the order is due up as Chase Parker stays on the mound, and now due up for the Blazers center fielder number 21, Owen Roach. First pitch outside. Ball 1. Called strike 1. Makes the count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Sun really starting to shine here at Memorial Field as Roach barely gets a piece of that one. Fouls it into the netting behind home plate. Makes the count 1-2. One and two pitch from Parker to Roach. That jams him. Gets over to the shortstop. Fires it over to first base in time for out number 1. Blazers down to 2 outs. Tie ball game here in the bottom of the 7th as that brings up number 16, Keaton Mathis. Ready for the first pitch. That one high and outside. Makes it 1 ball and no strikes. That pitch to Mathis swung on up the middle. Diving effort, but that gets through for a single. So Mathis gets on base for cleanup hitter Levi Martin. It's a junior right-hander. Out to make his way into the batter's box. So good job there by Keaton Mathis to just stay with that one and get it back up the middle for a single. Mathis on first, one out, Martin at the plate. Swings on that one. Just foul down the third base line. 0-1 the count now to Martin. One pitch to Martin. Pickoff attempt back to first. Mathis back safely. Mathis is staying in the game as of now to run. Swung on by Martin as he kind of hits that one the other way. Out of play. Strike two. One out. If I had to take a bet, I bet Mathis will stay put on first. Now 0-2 to Martin. Here's the pitch from Parker. Runner goes in the dirt. Throw to second, not in time. So great base running by Keaton Mathis back there at second base. He normally doesn't get to run, but he takes advantage of that one. Gets into scoring position on that ball down there in the dirt. It's now count now 1-2 to Levi. One-two pitch to Martin. Swung on up the middle. So they're going to go over to first and get that out. But now Keaton Mathis just 60 feet away from the Blazers being able to walk this one off. And that brings up Jade Taylor, the senior pitcher himself, giving himself a chance for a memorable moment here on senior night. Parker stays on the mound. Bottom of the seventh, 2 outs, runner on third. That's Mathis. 60 feet away. First pitch to Taylor, low and outside in the dirt for ball one. Makes the count 1-0. That's swung on by Taylor, roped down the left field line, foul. So now the count even at 1-1 to Taylor. One and one pitch to Jade. Hanging breaking ball. They're going to say he went around on the check swing. So the count now 1-2. Blazers down to their last strike in the bottom of the seventh. Out is recorded. We will go to extras. Taylor with a chance. Runner in scoring position on third base. That's catcher Keaton Mathis. Pitch outside and evens it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and two pitch to Jade. Swung on, popped up, and that gets out of play. Parker trying to go the complete game here in the bottom of the seventh. Both teams have stuck with one of their pitchers all game this afternoon. Pretty even, 3-3, with 3 hits for Valley View and 4 hits for Searcy. That pitch, low and outside. Great plate discipline there by Jade Taylor to draw the full count. Three-two, 2 outs, runner on third. Pitch to Taylor outside as Taylor wins the battle and heads over to first base. This brings up second baseman Noah Ragsdale. We'll see if we'll have a courtesy runner. before that, it looks like Searcy head coach is going to come out to the mound. We'll see if Parker will stay in the game. And he will not. So Searcy going to bring in a new pitcher. So that's going to be number 11, Easton Evans. So we have a new pitcher after these warm-up pitches. We'll be back with a crucial moment. Runners at the corners. 2 outs. Noah Ragsdale at the plate for the Blazers. We'll be right back after this on the Blazer News Network. Welcome back to Blazer baseball here in the bottom of the 7th inning. We got a tie ball game. Blazers down to their last out. Runners at the corners, though. That's Jake Taylor on first, Keaton Mathis on third, and now due up Blazer junior second baseman Noah Ragsdale. That swung on by Ragsdale over to the shortstop. He thought about throwing it to second, and he's safe! And that's going to do it as Noah Ragsdale beats out the throw to first after some hesitation. And your Blazers are the 5A East Conference champions once again. Your Blazers get the big win in Game 1 on senior night. As your Blazers win this one 4-3. We'll be back with a quick post-game recap right after this on the Blazer News Network.
Whatever might happen next. If Natalie gets an unexpected migraine, if the little man gets a boo-boo, or Hunter's bad back acts up, St. Bernard's Urgent Care is here for them, and here for you too. From real-time online wait times and extended hours to expanded services, we will never stop advancing urgent care that really.
Welcome back to Blazer News Network as Ragsdale got the walk-off hit. Infield single. As Taylor was headed to second, the shortstop kind of looked over. Should I make the easy play to second or should I throw it to first? And by the time he threw it to first, Noah Ragsdale beat it out. So the Blazers win the first one and win your 5A East doubleheader conference off of Game 1 of this doubleheader. Blazers also lock up the 1 seed heading to the state tournament. And like I said, we are projected to play Arkansas High Thursday at 10 a.m. at the Benton High School or Sportsplex. Not sure which one, but you will be able to catch that game live on the Blazer News Network as Coach Settlemore and his crew are going to head down to Benton to bring you live coverage of the 5A state baseball tournament. But that's going to do it for this afternoon. I'm Tyson LeBlanc signing off. I want to give thanks to Cohen Reeves for running graphics and always crew chief Taylor Settlemore who's watching from home. But a big thank you to everyone for tuning in this afternoon. Blazers have one more home game versus Little Rock Christian on Saturday. But that's going to do it for home baseball streams. It's been a great year. And signing off, I'm Tyson LeBlanc. Have a good night, everyone.